Heidi ho, neighborinos. Oh, I'm dating myself. I said I would explain this cup. This came not last Christmas, but the Christmas before, from my very best friend from high school. I met her just about the very first day of high school. We both come from different schools into a unified school. So we're both kind of new. I was really new, and she came from a different school area, and the same students kind of came along with her to that school, so she wasn't entirely alone. I was entirely alone. She was one of the very first people to talk to me, and eventually, as people do, we went over to each other's house. I pretty much went over to her house, and we ended up that day because there was some school assembly about juggling. We tried to learn how to juggle onions, and we lost a few. We could not find them until they began to stink her bedroom up, and then they were much easier to locate. We also played video games and punch bag with a giant inflatable alien. This is where our friendship began. You never know where you're going to click with people. And different phases offer different stages of life. As I went away off to school, there was a lot of personal trauma occurring at that point in my life. And I needed to vanish from people that I was trying to get away from. And in doing so, I ended up vanishing from her. And we lost touch for a while, and now we communicate primarily in texts. Not a phone fan. And we're not as close as we used to be. But I still consider her one of my very best friends, and it's a gift, not the cup, the person, when we can have these people in our life that are right here, no matter whether you go years without speaking to them. Life happens, people grow, people drift apart, stuff comes up, and sometimes time just passes, and you know, and they know, whether you speak to them or not, that they are always on your mind and always in your heart. And when you do get a chance to pick back up, you pick right back up. I will always consider her one of my very best friends, no matter what the future holds, and even if I were to never see her in person again. This is a gift she got me. She made it personally. It was a surprise. That's me with my wadded up hair on my head, and her, and it says best friends on it with our names, our nicknames. And the back says distance means so little when someone means so much. Isn't that sweet? Clearly it's already empty, or I wouldn't be flinging it around so much. I would have brought it out last year, but I've had it on a shelf because it means so much to me that I didn't want to bring it into circulation and end up breaking it. It's just an object, but it's one of a kind, and it's the feeling behind the object. Today's quote, yes, I'm getting there, and I will try to be short. And I'm free in my pajamas today. Not so much so dressing up, although I primarily intend on keeping this section because my other videos are kind of throw together whenever, in whatever condition I'm in, physically, exteriorly, emotionally, and otherwise, that I'm trying to keep this section more clean and peaceful and whatnot. Here we go. Is the grass really greener on the other side of the fence? No. The grass is greener where you water it. Everyone seems to want what they don't have. Redhead, you want to be a blonde. Brunette, you want to be a redhead. Curly, straight. Fat, thin. Poor, rich. Too many people around me. There's nobody around me. I don't have enough money. I have too much responsibility. Too little responsibility. I wish I were famous. I wish I weren't famous so people would leave me alone and I could have some privacy. I wish I was him, her, had this, that, or the other thing. The other side of the fence. Someone else's life, someone else's truth, someone else's circumstances. Sometimes we even manage to hop the fence and get into that situation, and you know what? We find out we don't really feel that much different. We take ourselves with us, and you can change place, situation, circumstance, you'll still be there. External things don't make us happy. We make us happy. And there's a problem on every situation comes with its own problems. There's a positive and a negative, an amount of freedom and an amount of responsibility and effort, amount of goodness and amount of suffering that comes with every situation. Whatever other fence you wish to hop on, people automatically assume pretty people are mean, stuck up. Treat them cruelly because they're attractive. There are benefits to being attractive. There's also downsides. People think they're stupid and they're cruel to them for being attractive. It's the skin they're born in. They may get certain assets, benefits, and get away free cards because they're attractive. They also may be objectified because they're attractive. Everything we think is good is on the other side of the fence. We need to have some gratitude for what we have. There are people on the opposite side of your fence looking at your situation and what makes up your life and wishing they could be like you. Your personality, your looks, your circumstance, your charisma, your friends, your family connectedness, your family, your freedom from having a family, the time that you have, the things that you have to fill your time. There are people outside of you looking at your place and wishing they could be in your place. Everybody's lawn has brown spots. Strap don't want to stay up. Stay. Sit, stay. Everybody's lawn has brown spots. There's positives and negatives to everyone's situation, and everybody wants what they don't have. Instead of appreciating what you do, knowing full well there are other people who wish they could be you, who want some of what you possess, because it is good, abundant, and positive, and you just don't see it. And you also don't see the sufferings of others and the difficulties of their given situation unless you hop that fence yourself and realize the reality of it. And so no, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. Said it before, I'll say it again, going back in time here. Story of the two wolves. Good, bad, positive, negative, forward, backward. We're always in motion, even if we're sitting still. Growing or shrinking. Improving or degrading. And which wolf grows in you? The one you feed the most. If you want a nice green lawn on your side of the fence, don't seek to be someone else, to have what other people have. Because when you hop that fence, you realize their lawn is filled with brown spots, just like yours, just different brown spots. And you might regret what you gave up to have the life you imagined they were living, and wish you could go back and have your own life back, the way things were before you tried to be someone you're not, or have something that's ill-fitted for you. Instead, water your own lawn. Find the brown patches in yourself and in your life, and pay attention to them. Put effort, time, diligence, consistency, growth, intellect, wisdom, knowledge, effort, and time and attention. Plant some new seeds in that brown, cruddy lawn. Invest in some green grass on your side of the fence. Fill in your life. Fill in your heart. Fill in your relationships. Add to your life. Add to your heart. Add to your relationships if that's what's necessary. That's fitted for you. That's authentic to you. Continue to pay attention to and add to those things that are already good, so they grow and sustain and continue to provide and bear fruit for you. And the 1 or 2 or 20 aspects in your life that are shriveling and drying up, or have already long since dried, the areas of your lawn that are a little embarrassing, you invest there. You water it. You tend to it. You plant new seeds, or tend to the seeds that are already there. You invest your time, energy, attention, focus, learning, skills, effort to fix it, to grow greener grass in your own life, to feed the good wolf, to invest in the thing that matters. Dagnabbit. To invest in the things that matter to you, having a happy, fulfilled, and fulfilling life, the best life you possibly can, given your own uniqueness and your own unique situation. Tend to your own garden, tend to your own yard, weed out the weeds. And water, invest time, energy, effort into those aspects that matter, like she did for me. And if you find that some things have started to slip that matter, or you reprioritize and realize that you don't want to hop fences, you just haven't been putting enough time and attention into the things that you hold dear. Get out there and get into it. Give her a call. I need to do that soon versus just the text. I hate the phone. I'm one of those people. I know not many women hate the phone, but I hate talking on the phone so much. But I love her, and so she's worth it. So sometime soon I should pour a little water on my lawn and give her a telephone call. Good morning. Goodbye. Feed the good wolf. Don't try and borrow other people's wolves. They got bad wolves too. Is the grass really greener on the other side? No. No, it is not. The grass is greener where you water it. Karate. Goodbye. Good morning. Love you. Happy day. Happiness. Happy lawn.